I want to say Salam Yabashim Yashai Brakathum to the brothers. Salam Yabashamar Elatab Hashim Yashai to the sisters, man. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And since 1969, we've been teaching that blacks, natives, and Hispanics are the true Jews according to the Bible, man. That being said, man, with the blacks, natives, Hispanics being the true Jews according to the Bible, some of our customs and cultures will be the Sabbath service, which is what today is, man. The Sabbath service, you know what I'm saying? Most of y'all know who tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Sabbath service, you go over 49 verses in the Hebrew, 49 verses in the English. You read them in their groups of 7. You know I'm saying? We're going to break it down too. You know I'm saying? I'm Priest and Officer 50 Body, y'all holding it down for Priest and Officer 500 Itizom. You know what I'm saying? But we finna get into it. But that being said, I might even just me up here, which means stand. Oh, golly. Layas to Alu, which means 2 or 4 Israel. Wow. That being said, I might want Panya Hakwadam, which means to rise, stand, face the east. We're going with the prayers in the Hebrew and the English, beginning with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. 1 sec. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kudash, Aya, Shimka, Yahweh, Malakothka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Baratza, Kowa, Haya, Bashamayim, Latananawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawathinawa. It's like a Kasalaknawa, Kabawathinawa, Wala'a, Tabayanawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, La'awalamium, Aman. The Lord's Prayer in English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. This is the Hakak, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Shemi Hawashai, Baba Kashah, Natan Lanawa, Hakak, Arapa'ah, Kal Makala, Ukal Madawa, Hakak, Atahar, Hamat Zarayim, Hakak, Lahakwayim, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawath, Tama'ala, Lagar Shun, Shemi Hawashai, the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh, thank you. So be it. This is blessed Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Shemi Hawashai, Barak Anawa, Bayashra'ala, Wahabayah, Soparium, Barak, Shemi Hawashai, the water Aman. What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahushai, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahushai, thank you. So be it. This is Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, All, Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Waratza, Ayatan, Amawat, Rogalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hanala'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yashra'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Zalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Kaka, Wayarach, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makar, Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaaka, Wabawaaka, Mayatha, Wa'id, I will This is the book of Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. To Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, all Damalaka, all Taka Arash, or all Tashakwat, all Kaihana, Ayawabika, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Alaimaka, Yarwamua, Sawada, Waita, Ya'aitazawa, Altazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Akawa, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shamya Sha'ala, Awada, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al-Yaka, Barya, Yakawafwa, Ahahoya, Adawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawaba, Wahagariam, Gabal, Waimawan, Waimalat, Palashaf, Yashabia, Tazawar, Gum Ashtawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sarah, Kayabian, Banakal, Koyashwan, Nishamawa, Ba'ayan, Ba'ara, Hayawa, Daman, Ba'adama, Shaitama, Nada, Yamawa, Ka'irab, Bakazabak, Bakazalmanai, Kol Nasiyakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarashah, Nanawa, Af, Na'awa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shaitamwa, Kugagala, Kukwash, Lapanya, Rawaka'a, Ka'ash, Tabaira, Yaira, Wakalaba, Talahat, Harayam, Kun, Dardatma, Basa Ibrika, Wabasa, Pathka, Tabahalam, Mala'ah, Panyahum, Kwalawan, Wayabashwa, Shumka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Ayai, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kayata, Shumka, Yahawa, Labaka, Aywan, Alcohol, Ha'aratazar. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zaid, yea, all their princes as Zabat, and as Zalmunna, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as a flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. These are the blessings in the Hebrew. Rakata Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Alahayim, Matasab Ya'ah, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapium, Ha Saranyim, Ha Kwatizayanyim, Ha Kahayoyim, Wa Hakwatian, Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, the Wadaman. In the English, bless you Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. You may be seated. All right, today we'll be reading out of the book of Numbers, chapter 8, verse 9, all the way to the book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 8. All right. Order. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching along at home, man, make sure you're following along. You know what I'm saying? Preaching Officer Muhammad Ali last night did a Lashwan Quadash class, the Hebrew, our holy tongue, man, with the black state of Hispanics truly speak, man. We don't speak no Spanish. We're not supposed to speak Spanish. We're not supposed to speak English, or whatever language, whatever bastardized language that we speak today is not the language that we're supposed to be speaking, man. Because according to the Bible, our holy tongue, our native tongue is truly Hebrew, the Lashwan Quadash, man. So that's what we're going to be reading out of today. We're going to be reading the Lashwan Quadash, the ancient Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, follow along, but make sure you got your incense burning, you know what I'm saying, as I am up here, you know what I'm saying? It's always great to follow along, and, you know, if you're tuning in at home, make it feel like you're in class, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to start at the book of Numbers, chapter 8, verse 9 in the Hebrew. Wahakwa Rabaf Af, Halayam Lapunya, Hawa, Awai, Wahapa Halaf Af, Kala Ibadaf, so like Idaf, Banya, Yashra Allah, Wahakwabar, so like Wahakwara Baf Af, Halayam Lapunya, Yahweh, Hama, so like Hata, Hatamasa, so like Hama, Hasa, Ma, Kawa, Banya, Yashra Allah, Af, Wada, like Yada Yahum, Io, Hala Yum, verse 11, Wapa, so like Waha na Yapa, Aharan, Af, Hala Yum, Thaba, so like Thana Wapaha, Lapanya, Yahweh, Ma'ath, Banya, Yasha'ala, Waha Yaha, Waya, La Ibadah, Af, Ibadath, Yahweh, verse 12, Waha Yum, Wama, sorry, Wasamakawa, Af, Yada Yahum, Io, Ra'ash, Hapa Rayum, Wa'ai Shah, Af, Ha'akad, Hata, Ka'ataf, Kata'af, Wa'af, Ha'akad, Ayah, La Yahweh, La Kapar, Io, Hala Yum, verse 13. Verse 13. Wahaya, like Wahai Madaf, Af, Hala Yum, Lapunya, Aharan, Lapunya, Bunya Wa, Wahapamath, Wahanapath, Atham, Thana, it's like Thana Wapa, La Yahweh, verse 14. Wahaba, it's like Wahabad, the last Af, Halayam, Masa Wak, Banya, Yasha'ala, Waha Yawa, La Ya, La Ya, Halayam, verse 15, last verse, Wahakara, Wa'akaraya, Kun, Wa'ibaya, Wa'ibawa, Halayam, La Ibadah, La Iba, Af, Ha'al, Mawa'id, Hata Rath, Atham, Wahana Path, Atham, Thanawa Pa. That's it right there. All right, that was the first verse in the Hebrew. Now we're gonna go to Numbers chapter 8, verse 9 in the English. Right. So again, if y'all at home, make sure y'all following along, man. Crack open your Bible for once, man. Stop letting it collect dust and actually read it. I'm saying, especially when the priests and officers of the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge is teaching it, man. What a better time to learn the Bible than when, a priest and prophet out of this school of the prophets is teaching it, right? So the book of Numbers, chapter 8, verse 9 in the English, and thou shalt bring the Levites before the tabernacle of the congregation, and thou shalt gather the whole assembly of thy children of Israel together. It's like of the children of Israel together. And thou shalt bring the Levites before the Lord, and the children of Israel shall put their hands upon the Levites. And Aaron shall offer the Levites before the Lord for an offering of the children of Israel, that they may execute the service of the Lord. Right now, this right here can be confusing to some people who don't read the Bible, who have a stick twisted mind, and everything that they read in the Bible that doesn't have perfect context. You know what I'm saying? So they thinking that, you know what I'm saying, what would a Christian think, man? Tap into the mind of a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Most of us was Christian at some point in time. So tap back into that mindset. What would you think if you read this and you had no understanding of the Bible? I'm telling you right now. Now it says, and thou shalt bring the Levites before the tabernacle of the congregation, and thou shalt gather the whole assembly of the children of Israel together. And thou shalt bring the Levites before the Lord, and the children of Israel shall put their hands upon the Levites. Now, that part right there alone can confuse a lot of people. Put their hands on, so especially, the Negroes, they think putting your hands on somebody means you fighting them. You know what I'm saying? Or you struck them. You know what I'm saying? But that is not what this is talking about. You know what I'm saying? And Aaron shall offer the Levites before the Lord. Now, this can be confusing. It's not even confusing, but if you don't read the Bible and have no understanding of what you're reading, and you go home and you hit a blunt and you think you understand the Bible, this could be right here, be like, oh, see, human sacrifice. The Lord is telling Aaron to offer up all the Levites as a human sacrifice. Man, come on now. You need to put the blunt down and get into class, man. Put the blunt down and get in all black. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what this is talking about. Think about if you ever been to a Passover, you know what I'm saying? The 2024 is kind of like the last time it was done, 2025. Think about how when Captain Akkad marches all the brothers who want to stand for Hebrew Academy, he presents them to Commander Junior Hana and all the generals. You know what I'm saying? And Commander Junior Hana gives Captain Akkad the go-ahead to start training these brothers, and then next year, Lord allow that they'll graduate. You know what I'm saying? They'll get through the Hebrew Academy and they'll graduate. You know what I'm saying? Think of it like that Aaron is presenting the Levites, the priests, to the Lord. Like, Lord, these are the men who are going to be doing your service. These are the men who's going to serve your people. These are the men who are going to be the mediators between you and the people. You know what I'm saying? These are the people who are going to take charge and take care of your tabernacle. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do all the sacrifice. Like, these are the priests. You know what I'm saying? That's what Aaron is doing. He's not sacrificing them. He's not offering them, like, beating them up and then slitting their throats and then giving them to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They're not being offered like a bull, or, you know what I'm saying, or a cow or a ram, or, a sheep. You know what I'm saying? How we did back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They're not being offered like that. They're being presented before the Lord to be ordained to do the work. You know what I'm saying? So we'll keep going, right? And Levi shall lay their hands upon the heads of the bullocks. So, like, yeah. Verse 11, and Aaron shall offer the Levites before the Lord for an offering of the children of Israel, that they may execute the service of the Lord. Now, if you read the Bible and you keep reading it and you don't look at pinpoint one thing in the verse, when you read the whole Bible, we don't just go to the New Testament, or you say, I'm Old Testament only, or we're not in the New Covenant. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't follow this, or Paul was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or John was in the truth. When you don't nitpick things out of the Bible, when you follow everything in the Bible, you would see, if you read everything and use your context clues and use the half a brain that you have, you will see that later on in the verse that it says that they may execute the service of the Lord. How can they execute the service of the Lord if they are dead? For those that think that this is speaking about human sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? How can they execute the service of the Lord if they are dead? If you believe this is talking about human sacrifice, man, type it in the comments and let me know, how can they continue to, sweep the tabernacle or light the candles or place the showbread out, you know what I'm saying? Or as a spirit, you know what I'm saying? I think they're working with Casper or something. Salakia. Verse 12, and the Levites shall lay their hands upon the heads of the bullocks, and thou shalt offer the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering unto the Lord, to make an atonement for the Levites. Verse 13, and thou shalt set the Levites before Aaron and before his sons, and before them for an offering unto the Lord. Thus shalt thou separate the Levites from among the children of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine. Now, again, this right here is basically pointing out how the Lord chose the Levites. It's earlier in the scriptures as well, but it's kind of what would you say,
revising, like you're revising it. You know what I'm saying? Now the Lord said, yeah, we all 12 tribes of the children of Israel are the Lord's chosen. But as far as the priests back in the day, before, of course, the order of Melchizedek, before the priests or before the order of Melchizedek, the priests will only be the Levites. Levi will be the only tribe that is selected to be the priest of God. But now every man of Israel can, one day, Lord allow, you know what I'm saying, do their due diligence is be, first become a young man. You know what I'm saying? They become a young man, they share themselves with the world, they get a name, they get a new name, a righteous, glorious Hebrew name, you know what I'm saying? Then they become a trooper, you know what I'm saying? With them receiving their Hebrew name, makes them a trooper. And you know what I'm saying? They doing work as a trooper, you know what I'm saying? They following orders down to a T, you know what I'm saying? They not, they there, you know what I'm saying? They're there, they're being seen and not heard, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They doing what they got to do, they studying, they watching class. Then your camp leader sees fit, you know what I'm saying? And you receive your officer's test and you pass that test, you know what I'm saying? Or your Lord allow, you know what I'm saying? You got to remember who's judging you. It's not always, don't think of like, oh, my camp leader didn't give me my test, bro. Like, man, he ain't give my test. Like, I ain't give my officer's test, man. The men above don't rock with me, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't think I'm ready. You got to remember who's judging you, man. The Lord is judging you. It's not whether your camp leader or, you know what I'm saying, your father thinks you're ready. It's when the Lord sees fit to ordain you or to anoint you to be his priest. You know what I'm saying? To be a priest unto him, to the Lord God Almighty. You know what I'm saying? Because this job ain't nothing light. It ain't like you get to pick and choose when you want to be a priest. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to pick and choose when you want to follow orders or not and still think everything gonna be fine and dandy. But it's not. When you're a soldier, when you're on call 24/7, you know what I'm saying? When an order is put out that you give an order, you gotta complete the order. You know what I'm saying? So it's not when you see fit or when you see ready or when a mortal man sees ready for you to become it, but when the Lord puts the spirit on the men above, whoever's in charge of, are you receiving your name or your test or a rank raise or anything like that. It's when the Lord sees fit that you're ready. And the Lord, you know what I'm saying, puts the spirit on that brother, you know what I'm saying, and he raises you up. You know what I'm saying? So always remember who's judging you. It's never, it's never the men above. It's always the Lord. Yeah, of course, they're watching you, you know what I'm saying? And, they're giving reports to the men above them and then the men above them. But always remember that the Lord is watching everything that you do. There's an angel reporting on every action that you take, the good and the bad, every decision that you make. If you're getting tempted by a demon that you've been fighting for so long and you let that demon win, guess what? The angel's gonna, jot that down. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna give it to the report to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Or you fighting this demon that you've been fighting for a long time and you resisted the temptation and you won that battle. Guess what? The angel's gonna jot that down, report it to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting reported on everything, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? The negative and the positive. But it's always remember that who's judging you. It says the Lord chose the Levites. He says the Lord selected the Levites. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't a vote amongst the people. You know what I'm saying? This is the same reason why blacks, natives, Hispanics do not choose. We do not vote. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be voting. The Lord says, I would choose a king for you. You know what I'm saying? The children of Israel begged the Lord for a king, and he gave us a king named Saul. You know what I'm saying? King Saul was chosen by the children of Israel because he was good looking. He was a handsome. He was about 6'6", you know what I'm saying? 6'6", 240, you know what I'm saying? Just a good looking dude. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? So the children of Israel chose him because of how he looked, not knowing that Saul was a wicked man. You know what I'm saying? You know what Saul's name means? Saul's name means desired. He was chosen because he was desired, because he looked like he would be a good king. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't. I'm saying he disobeyed the orders of, the priest and prophet who was, delivering the orders from the Lord to Saul. You know what I'm saying? It got so bad that the priest and prophet at the time, the prophet at the time said, man, Saul was told to go. Saul was given an order through Samuel from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord gave the order to Samuel to relay the message to Saul. So Samuel did so. He said, go kill everything. Go to life everything of the children of Amalek. Everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. You know what I'm saying? It might sound a bit gruesome. Man, woman, and child. All the cattle, the sheep, the chickens, the dogs, the pigs, everything. I don't want them here no more. That's what the Lord told Samuel. To go tell Saul to take the armies of the children of Israel, the host of Israel, and go follow and go complete this order. But guess what? Saul saw some good cattle that would look good for sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? He saw some sheep, some good looking sheep that would look good for sacrifice. And he saw the king of Amalek. You know what I'm saying? He saw the king of Amalek. And he took him and put him in chains and had him and said, and was going to sacrifice him. what I'm saying? And Samuel came and said, like Saul, like he put it in common terms. Like, hey, Saul, you gonna do that? Like, you finished that mission? Saul, like, yeah, I did it. You know what I'm saying? So Samuel, like, why I hear sheep? Why is there bleating? Why do I hear bleating of sheep in my ear? You know what I'm saying? And Samuel told him, he said, man, sometimes obedience is better than sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? It's always better to be obedient. It's always better to follow orders than, sacrifice. That's why we don't do the physical animal sacrifice no more, because we played it out. You know what I'm saying? The Lord would much rather have us just obey the commandments instead of, sinning and then sacrificing, sinning and sacrificing, sinning and sacrificing. Like, man, if it was like that, man, the cycle would never end. You know what I'm saying? We would never achieve perfection, because we would always be, sinning and sacrificing, sinning and sacrificing. You know what I'm saying? It would never get to a point to where the children of Israel are a holy people, because we've been sinning. So we would have been sinning so much that, because we just know that, oh man, I'll just kill a goat, man. This goat, he getting about ready to, about that age anyway. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna eat him, so I'm gonna sacrifice. I'm gonna go sleep with the old boy wife and then kill this goat. You know what I'm saying? So it got played out. It's no bueno no more. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going. And it's like, yeah. And thou shalt set the Levites before Aaron and before the sons, and offer them for an offering unto the Lord. Thus shalt thou separate the Levites from among the children of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine. The Lord chose them. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Lord chose all blacks, natives, and Hispanics to be his chosen people. He didn't choose white people. He didn't choose Asians. He didn't choose Arabs. He didn't choose Africans. You know what I'm saying? He chose you, black, native, and Hispanic man, to be his people. Just like he chose the Levites to be his tribe, to be the tribe that which will minister unto his people and be the priest of God. You know what I'm saying? Hold that, man. Hold that with honor, man. Realize who you are, man. You need to understand the power that you serve. You got to understand that you serve a living God that chose you. You know what I'm saying? That chose you to be his people out of everyone. You know what I'm saying? You look at all these other nations and how great they is, and you think like, oh my God, why didn't that must be the Lord's chosen people. Man, all they kids go to college, man. All they kids end up running Fortune 500 companies. All they kids end up being CEOs and senior vice presidents. That must be the children of Israel. What you really need to do is look at the children in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? The little boys and girls in the barrios, you know what I'm saying? And the little girls and the boys on the reservation. You know what I'm saying? And see them, be like, that's the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And how do you identify it? By the things that they being put through, man? The Lord said that the children of Israel will go through the things that blacks, natives, and Hispanics are going through today. He said it. He said it in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So how dare you give that honor, that glory to another people because they look good on the outside? Salakia. Because they look good. You know what I'm saying? To the mortal, to the human eye. You know what I'm saying? No. Man, the children of Israel are the niggas, spicks, and wetbacks and savages in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord's chosen people is. Not the Houthis and the Punjabis, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Not the Asians, none of that. Because they look good, because they own every 7-Eleven down the street, because they run every smoke shop and liquor store, because all of them are teachers, all of them are doctors. They look good. They the chosen people of God, man. Come on now. Man, a father who loves his child chastises them, and that's exactly what's happening to the children of Israel. We're being chastised. We're being punished for the things that we did. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the Lord chose us, just like he chose the Levites, man. Let's keep going. Verse 14, verse 14, thou shalt separate the Levites from among the children of Israel, and Levi shall be mine. And after that shall the Levites go in and do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and thou shalt cleanse them and offer them for an offering. Right? So going back to the next 7 verses in the Hebrew, starting at verse 16. 8, 16. Follow, make sure y'all follow along. You know what I'm saying? Follow along. Try your best. You know what I'm saying? It comes for all of us. It's nothing easy to pick up once you've been, so used to speaking Spanish or English. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at all the characters and they all look like, you know what I'm saying? When, everything in the English language is so distinct. You know what I mean? So do your best to follow along, right? The book of Numbers, chapter 8, verse 16 in Hebrew. Kaya wa, it's like a kaya nathanaya na hamaha laya tathawak banya yasha'ala thakath harath call rakam bakwawar, like a bakwara kala mabanya yasha'ala laka lakwa kathya atham laya. Verse 17, Kaya Laya Ka Bakwawar Banya Yasha'ala Ba'adama, it's like Ba'adam, Waba Hama Hatama, it's like Waba Ba, it's like Waba Ba Hama, it's like Baya Wam Thaha, it's like Thakathya Ka Bakwawar Ba'arataza Matazarayim. Hakwadash Thaya Atham Kaya. Verse 18 Wa'akwach Ath Halayam Thakath Ka Bakwawar Banya Yasha'ala. Verse 19 Wa'athna Ath Halayam Natha Nayam La'aran La Walabanyawa Takahath, it's like it took Takawath Banyaya Sha'ala La'ibad Ath Abadath Banyaya Sha'ala Baha Mawa'id Wala Kapar Ayo Banyaya Sha'ala Wala, it's like Wala Yahya Banya Babanya Yasha'ala Nagapa Bakwa Shad Banya Yasha'ala Hakwadash. Verse 20, Waya Aisha Masha wa Aran Waka Ibas, like Idaf Banya Yasha'ala Lala Yam Kakal Ashar Tazawa Yahweh Ath Masha Lala Yam Kun Kana Aishawa Lama Banya Yasha'ala Wayatha Kwa Katawa. Sorry, this is verse 21. Hala Yam Wayakabas Wa Bagadayo Bayaham Waya Pana. It's like a Waya Napa Aharan Atham Thana Wap Wapaha Lapanya Yahweh Waya Kapar Ila Al Yahum Aharan Lata Ara. Yes. Verse 22, last verse. Waka Araya Kun Ba'awa Halayam Laibad Ath Ibadatham Ba'aha Mawa'ai Lapanya Aharan Lapanya Walapanya Banyawa Ka'ashar Tazawa Yahweh Ath Masha Ayo Halayam Kun Aishawa it's like Lahama. That's the end of that. The book of Numbers, chapter 8, verse 16 in English, for they are wholly given unto them from among the children of Israel, instead of such as open every womb, even instead of the firstborn of the children of Israel have I taken them unto me. For all the firstborn of the children of Israel are mine, both man and beast. On the day that I smote every firstborn in the land of Egypt, I sanctified them for myself. And now I have taken the Levites for all the firstborn of the children of Israel. And I have given the Levites as a gift to Aaron and to his sons from among the children of Israel, to do the service of the children of Israel in the tabernacle of the congregation, to make an atonement for the children of Israel, that there be no plague among the children of Israel. When the children of Israel come nigh unto the sanctuary, and Moses and Aaron and all the congregation of the children of Israel did to the Levites according to unto all the Lord commanded Moses concerning the Levites, so did the children of Israel unto them. And the Levites were purified, and they washed their clothes, and Aaron offered them as an offering before the Lord. And Aaron made an atonement for them to cleanse them. Verse 22, last verse. And after that went the Levites in to do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation before Aaron and before his sons, as the Lord had commanded Moses concerning the Levites, so did they unto them. I think this is like a coordination. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is telling them, like, man, go wash yourselves, get clean, make sure you're clean by sundown. And then Aaron presented the Levites unto me. You know what I'm saying? Present them to the children of Israel and unto me. And these are the men who are going to minister unto you guys and take hold of the tabernacle, you know what I'm saying, and carry the Ark of the Covenant, and everything concerning the priests or everything concerning the Lord, you know what I'm saying, was the tribe of Levi. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, I took all the children of Israel to be my firstborn when I smote the firstborn of every Egyptian, man and beast. But out of the firstborn of the children of Israel, I chose Levi. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is just how much love the Lord got for the Levites. The Lord got love for all the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? But Levi, man, his priest, you know what I'm saying, at some point in time, at one point in time, his priest, the priest that will minister unto him, you know what I'm saying, that would do the work or minister unto the children of Israel and do the work and take hold of the tabernacle, make sure it's upkept. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that the menorah inside the tabernacle never goes out. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the manna, the showbread, you know what I'm saying? The 12 things of showbread, it's like 12 things, the 12 pieces of showbread was always there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, you know what I'm saying? Just making sure everything was everything with tabernacle. You know what I'm saying? Everything concerning the Lord, right? What else? All right, Numbers 8. We're going to the next 7 verses. 1 sec, bear with me. The book of Numbers, chapter 8, verse 23 in the Hebrew. Wayadabar Yahweh Amashal Amar Za'ath Ashar Lalayam Mabanya Kamash Waisha Rayam Shema. It's like a Shanaha. It's like a Wata. Wama Ila. Waba. It's like a Yaba Wa'a. Lataza Ba'a. Ba'i Badath. Aha. Mawa'id. Mabun Wa. It's like, yeah. Wamabun Kama. It's like, yeah. Kamash Yum Shanaha. Yasha Waba. Mataza Ba'a. It's like, yeah. Ha'ibad. Wala'a. Ya'ibad. Iwada. Verse 26. Verse 26. Washa Rath Ath Akaya. It's like Akiawa. It's like Akiawa, bruh. Akiawa. Ba'ahal Mawa'ai Lashamar. Masha Marath. Wa'ai Badath La'a Ya'ibad. Kakaha. Ta'isha Lalayam. Bama Shama Ratham. Right. That's the end of verse chapter 8. 26. All right. The book of Numbers, chapter 9, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayadabar Yahweh Mashah Ba'arabar Sayanaya Bamasha. It's like a Bashana Hashanaya Lataza Atham Ma'arataza Matazarayim Bakadash Hara Shawan Lamar. Verse 2, Waya Shawab Labanya Yasha'af Hakapash. It's like Hapasak Bamwa. It's like Bama Wa'ida Idawa. Verse 3, Ba'arabai Aishara Wayama Bakadash Hazaha Bayan Ha'ira Bayam Tha'ai Shawa. Like Ta'ishwa, Athwa, Salakia. Bama wa, bama I wa, bama wa I the wa kaka, so kaka, hakwa, salakia. Kakwath ya waka call mashapat yawa thai aishwa afwa verse 4 last verse wayada bar masha al bunya yasha ala la aishaf hapasak. Right. 1 sec. The book of Numbers chapter 9 verse so like chapter 8 verse 23 in the Hebrew. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, This is that belongeth unto the Levites from 20 and 5 years old and upper. They shall go in to wait upon the service of the tabernacle. To the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. And from the age of 50 years old, they shall cease waiting upon the service thereof and shall serve no more. So what that sound like, you know what I'm saying? What that sound like, y'all, man? Type it in the comments. I'm going to give you a couple seconds, right? And then I'm going to just say it. Right. This is so simple, right? So you're going to start at 25 and upward, and you're going to stop at 50. I'm saying this is retirement. This is talking about when you could begin being a priest and we could stop being a priest. You know what I'm saying? You start at 25 and you retire at 50. Simple, right? And from the age of 50 years old, they shall cease waiting upon the service thereof and shall serve no more. Verse 50, but shall minister with their brethren in the tabernacle of the congregation to keep charge and shall do no service. Thus shalt thou do unto the Levites touching their charge. Right? The book of Numbers, chapter 9, verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the first month of the second year, after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, Let the children of Israel also keep the Passover at his appointed season. In the 14th day of this month at even, ye shall keep it in his appointed season according to all the rites of it, and according to all the ceremonies thereof shall ye keep it. Verse 4 and last verse, and Moses spake unto the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover. Now, how heavy is it that we going over the Passover? You know what I'm saying? And the Passover, man, is a glorious event. Man, I could talk all day about the Passover. You know what I'm saying? I've been a couple of Passovers myself. You know what I'm saying? Passover is a taste of the kingdom of heaven, man. Where you get to see all blacks and Hispanics, you know what I'm saying, who really under one banner, you know what I'm saying, under one God, you know what I'm saying? They all in the same room, man, getting along. Man, the Passover is just so beautiful, man. I can't really put it into words, man. But what I can do is tell you to be there. What I can do is tell you to pay Passover fee. That's $200, man. 17 and up. You 17 and up, man. It's time for you to start paying your Passover fee. You know what I'm saying? Book your hotel room, man. Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? I love Texas. You know what I'm saying? Texas is, you know, second home to me. You know what I'm saying? I should have been born there. Nah, for real. But Houston, Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? The Passover, I'm saying, hosted by Commander Junior Hunter every year. It's the 57th annual Passover. You know what I'm saying? As the Lord ordained it, the Lord commanded us to keep the Passover throughout all our generations. And guess what? You don't keep the Passover, you know what I'm saying? Until the Lord cracked that sky, you know what I'm saying? One day, Lord allowed there's another Exodus. You know what I'm saying? Not the Exodus out of Egypt, but there was an Exodus out of America. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it confirmed, don't quote me, but man, Lord allowed we celebrate another Passover. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord cracks that sky, you know, the Lord sends Christ to crack the sky. You know what I'm saying? He leads us out of Egypt once again. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. All right. Right. So on to the next 7 verses in the Hebrew. The book of Exodus, like the book of Numbers, chapter 9, verse 5 in the Hebrew. It's like, yeah. Waya Aisha Yawa, Af, Hapasak, Basha Rawan, Ba'ara, Ba'ha, Aisha Ra, Wayama, it's like Yawam, Lakadash, Bayan, like Bayan, Ha'aiba, Ha'aida, Slakia, Ha'aida, Bayam, Bay, it's like Bamana Bar, Sayanaya. Sak, Bara Shawan, Slakia, Bayan Yashar Allah, La Aisha, Hapasak, verse 5. Slakia, I'm tripping. Waya Aisha Wa Av Hapasak, Ba'arashan, Ba'ara, Ba'aiha, Aishara, Yawam, Lakadash, Bayan, Ha'ai, Ha'ai Ra Bayawam, Bamadabar, Sayanaya, Kakakar, Sakakakar, Ashar, Tazawa, Yahweh Ath, Masha, Khan, Aishawa, Banya, Yasha'ala, Waya Haya, Ana Shayam, Ashar, Hayawa, Tama Ayam, Lama, it's like Lana Pash, Adam, it's like Adama, La'a, it's like Wala'a, Yaka Lawa, Lasha, it's like Laisha, Hamasa, it's like Hapasak, Baya Wam, Haha Wa'a, Haha Awa, Haha Wa'a, Waya Kwara Bawa, Lapunya, like Mashal, Walapunya, Aran, Ba'awam, Haha Wa, Haha Wa'a. Like verse 7. Waya Ama Rawa, Ha'anasha Hana Ashayam, Haha Ma'a, like Allah Yawam, Anak Nawa, Tama Yama, Tama Ayam, Lama Pash, Adama, Lama A, it's like Wanaga Ra'ai, Laba Lafya, Korab, Af, Koraban, Yahweh, Bama Aidwa, Batha Wana, it's like Batha Wak, Banya, Yasha'ala, verse 8, Waya Amar, it's like Waya Amar, Allahum, Masha, Ima Dawa, Imadwa, Wa'asha, Na'iha, Ma'a, it's like Maha, Yataza Wa'a, Yahweh, Lakam, so like verse 9. Verse 9, Wayadabar, Yahweh Amashah La'amar, the bar of Banya, Yasha'ala La'amar, Ayash, Kaya, Yahya, Tama'a, Lanapash, Awa, Bakwa, it's like Bara, it's like Badarak, it's like Badarak, Raka, Kwaha, Lakam, Af, Lada Ratha, Yakam, Ayash, it's like Aisha, Wa'isha, Pasak, La Yahweh, verse 11, Batha, it's like Batha, it's like a Bakadash, Shanaya, Ba'ara, Ba'ai, Aishara, Wayabun, it's like a Wayama, Bayan, Ha'ira, Ha'ira, Bayam, Ya'ishawa, Ath, Ayla, Matawath, Wamara Rayam, Wa'akal Hawa, verse 12. It's like that's it. The book of Numbers, chapter 9, verse 5 in the English, and they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month And even in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that the Lord commanded Moses, so did the children of Israel. And there were certain men who were defiled by the dead body of a man, that they could not keep the Passover on that day. And they came before Moses and before Aaron on that day. And those men said unto him, we are defiled by the dead body of a man. Wherefore are we kept back, that we may not offer an offering of the Lord in his appointed season among the children of Israel? And Moses said unto them, stand still, and I will hear what the Lord will command concerning you. Now, these men, basically, is what's going on is that the men that are coming to Moses are saying that Sloggy, we unclean, man. We touched the dead body. You know what I'm saying, we probably part of the burial department. They just buried the body. Now we unclean for 7 days, right? So they come to Moses, they say, man, we unclean. We can't observe the Passover because we unclean. And lowly, this like then the Lord said, Moses said, stand still, man. I'm finna ask the Lord. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me give you an answer. And stay right here. That's what the Lord said. All right, that's what Moses said, right? And verse 9, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if any man of you or your posterity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be in journey afar off, yet he shall keep the Passover unto the Lord. The 14th day of the second month at even they shall keep it, and eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. They shall leave none of it unto the morning, nor break any bone of it. According to all the ordinance of the Passover, they shall keep it. So keep the Passover, right? There's the answer. But the man that is clean and is not in a journey and forbade to keep the Passover, even the same shall be cut off from among his people. Now, if you can keep the Passover, you know what I'm saying? If you is in this Israelite school, universal practical knowledge, and you understand that you're supposed to keep the Passover, you're not supposed to celebrate Christmas, you're not supposed to celebrate Easter, you're not supposed to go to that Christian church on that horrible day. You know what I'm saying? That celebrates bunnies laying eggs. Bunnies are mammals. They don't lay eggs, by the way, for some of y'all that didn't know. If you didn't know, then you need to come to class, right? If you didn't know that Easter is not in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Easter is not what the Christian church teaches you. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church teaches you that Christ died and rose on the third day, and we're going to celebrate that third day and call it Easter. The word Easter comes from the word Esther, and Esther is Passover. You know what I'm saying? So Easter, which all say is Easter, that's why Easter always seems to be around the same time as the Passover. You know I'm saying? The Passover not always around Easter. Easter always around the Passover. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all have a bastardized, tradition or understanding of the Bible and thinking that you're supposed to celebrate Easter. You're supposed to celebrate. What does a rabbit laying eggs have anything to do with Christ rising on the third day? Like it makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? That just tells you that we just so ignorant. We follow whatever the church tells us. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. And if a stranger shall sojourn among you and will keep the Passover unto the Lord, according to the ordinance of the Passover and according to the manner thereof, so shall he do. Ye shall have no ordinance both for the stranger, for him that was born in the land. Now, when it says a stranger, I shouldn't have to keep going over this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. When it says a stranger, it's not talking about a YT man or an Asian man or a Punjabi. You know what I'm saying? It's not talking about them. It's talking about a brother or sister that is not from among your congregation, but they are an Israelite. I'm saying they're absolutely Israelite. They are undoubtedly Israelite. Why? Because they're keeping the Passover. The Passover wasn't given to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Back in, the book of Leviticus, you know what I'm saying? It was given to the children of Israel. This was the Lord speaking to Moses to speak to the children of Israel, not the children of the whole world. So no, you honorary, so-called honorary black members of the black community. You know what I'm saying? You a YT man, and you a honorary black member of the community. You know what I'm saying? Or you a Asian Jew. You know what I'm saying? Or you this, that, and the third. Or you a so-called this. You're not invited to the Passover unless you are a black neighbor Hispanic man. If you know that you're supposed to be keeping the Passover and you don't keep the Passover, man, the Lord is going to cut your spirit, your soul off from among the people. And that could happen in so many different ways, but you don't want to find out. No way. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to figure out what he mean by that. You don't ever want to be in a situation where the Lord has to cut you off from among your people. Because being among this congregation, being amongst this body, you know what I'm saying? Being in this school is what's going to save your life at the end of the day. And because you can't, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to go celebrate Easter, you're going to celebrate a rabbit, passing eggs through his rectum, which makes no sense at all. Because you want to celebrate that, you're gonna damn the Lord's Passover. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna keep it. The Lord's gonna cut you off, and you don't ever want to be in that situation, right? So we're gonna keep going. Yeah. All right. It's like next few verses. Right. I'm finish the rest in the English, right? So start at verse 14 and for verse 15. And on the day that the tabernacle was reared, a cloud covered the tabernacle, namely the tent of the testimony at even. There's upon the tabernacle as it were the appearance of fire until the morning. So it was always the cloud covered it by day and appearance of fire by night. Now, this is famous in the Bible. Some of y'all don't know. And this is a famous account that the Lord led the children of Israel out of Egypt by a pillar of fire. You know what I'm saying? Moses following that, that pillar of fire, and the children of Israel following him. You know what I'm saying? This is what this thing get into, right? When the cloud was taken up from the tabernacle, then after the children of Israel journeyed in the place where the cloud abode, there the children of Israel pitched their tents. So when the cloud stopped, that's when they knew, okay, this is where we got to pitch the tent. This is where we got to put the tabernacle, and this is going to take camp for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For a visual representation, you know what I'm saying? Priest and Officer Thabon did an excellent class on the tabernacle, you know what I'm saying? And this is a photo. This is just, it just reminded me. This is a photo, just to try and visualize what we're speaking about, right? The pillar of fire and the cloud of the tabernacle, right? So this will be it right here. I'm gonna turn my brightness down. Slack it for a good visual representation. So this right here is the tabernacle. Dang, I'm moving away from the camera. This is the tabernacle. You see the pillar of fire and the cloud above it. You see all the Israelites' tents pitched around it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should be picturing at this point, right? So get that image in your head, right? At the commandment of the Lord, the children of Israel journeyed. At the commandment of the Lord, pitched. As long as the cloud abode upon the tabernacle, they rested in their tents. And when the cloud tarried along upon the tabernacle many days, then the children of Israel kept charge of the Lord and journeyed not. And so it was even the cloud, when the cloud was a few days upon the tabernacle, according to the commandment of the Lord, they abode in their tents. And according to the commandment of the Lord, they journeyed. And so it was when the cloud abode from even until the morning, and that was the cloud was taken up in the morning, that they journeyed, whether it was by day or by night that the cloud was taken up, they journeyed. Or whether it was there 2 days or a month or a year that the cloud tarried upon the tabernacle, remaining thereon, the children of Israel abode in their tents and journeyed not. But when it was taken up, they journeyed. The commandment of the Lord, they rested in the tents, and at the commandment of the Lord, they journeyed. So everything, and it's so heavy that this last verse is saying that, because everything that the Lord, oh my gosh, if we put all our faith and trust in the Lord and stop trying to, lean onto these wicked politicians and the Christian pastors and the Muslim imams and every, and the Sadducees and Pharisees of today's time, which is your Christian pastors and all your religious leaders, if we start trying to put our faith and trying to follow the commandments of men and follow the commandments of God, we'd be all right. You know what I'm saying? It says, at the commandment of the Lord, they rested in the tents. At the commandment of the Lord, they journeyed. They kept the charge of the Lord at the commandment of the Lord by the hand of Moses. You know what I'm saying? If we listen to the men who are placed and ordained to do this work and who are put here to, hold down the Passover. You know what I'm saying? The Passover is a Sabbath service. It's the beginning of the year for us. You know what I'm saying? Not January 1st. You know what I'm saying? Whatever day that the Passover falls on, you know what I'm saying? His brothers in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge who have dedicated their time, you know what I'm saying, to understanding the dates and understanding, however they do it. However that they do it, they are doing a miraculous job, man. I want to give them brothers, whoever they are, they're big ups. You know what I'm saying? Give a shout out to them brothers because they are keeping it. They are making sure that we understand what these days is. So on April 4th, you know what I'm saying, 2026, guess what? That was what is it? The first day, in the first month of the second year, the 14th day of the month. So way back when, you know what I'm saying? Way back when Moses was being told to keep the Passover, guess what? That same day is past. That same day, the date might not be the same, but the day is the same. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be on April 4th. It's the same. That's the same day it was celebrated 2,000-3,000 years ago. It was celebrated the same day as Moses. You know, don't get April 4th out of your head, but the 14th day of the first month. You know what I'm saying? That's that's the Passover. It's always been celebrated on that. Because why? Because it's commanded that we do so. You know what I'm saying? That it's commanded that we follow it, we keep it ordained, we ordained it on this day, that we come before the Lord, that we keep his Passover, that we do the Sabbath service, that we read the 49 verse in Hebrew and English. You know what I'm saying? That we do the anointing, we anoint the brothers. You know what I'm saying? The brothers come up, they salute the scroll. You know what I'm saying? The whole ordinance of the Passover is biblical. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because we follow the commandments of God. Just like Moses did. You know what I'm saying? Think about the job that Moses had. He was leading hard-headed Negroes, you know what I'm saying, and Hispanics and Native Americans out of Egypt. Think about how hard of a job that was. You know what I'm saying? But he put faith in the Lord, man. I'm saying he took the counsel of the Lord. He understood that the Lord was guiding them to the promised land, to the land of Israel. He wasn't guiding them to death and destruction. You know what I'm saying? The Lord was delivering them. You know what I'm saying? He was saving them. And Moses understood that. And so did the children of Israel, most of them. You know what I'm saying? Because there was time where they was like, man, we thirsty. Man, I'm going to come back to Egypt. Man, Egypt had flesh pots, man, full of, you know what I'm saying, meat for the eating. You know what I'm saying? But at the commandment of the Lord, they rested in the tents, and at the commandment of the Lord, they journeyed. They kept the charge of the Lord at the commandment of the Lord by the hand of Moses. All right. The book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, make these 2 trumpets of silver, of a whole piece shalt thou make them, and that thou mayest use them for the calling of the assembly and for the journeying of the camps. And when they shall blow with them, all the assemblies shall they assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. If they blow but with one trumpet, then the princes which are heads of the thousands of Israel shall gather themselves unto thee. When ye shall blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east part shall go forward. And when ye blow an alarm the second time, then the camps that lie on the south side shall take their journey. They shall blow an alarm for their journeys. But when the congregation is to be gathered together, ye shall blow, ye shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm. The sons of Aaron, the priest, shall blow with trumpets, and they shall be to you for an ordinance forever throughout your generations. That's it, right? Right, that's it. Last verse 8. Now it's giving us, the Lord says, make these 2 trumpets out of silver, out of a whole piece, out of one piece. You should make it out of one piece of silver and make this trumpet, right? So when you blow them, right, and when they start blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle. So there was a call, a signal for when everybody's supposed to assemble at the door of the tabernacle. You know what I'm saying? Then another one. But if they blow but with one trumpet, so if both trumpets sounded, then you go to the door of the tabernacle. But with one, then the princes which are heads of the thousands of Israel shall gather themselves unto thee. So when one trumpet sounded, the captains of the men in charge of all the tribes of, you know, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Levi, Benjamin, Naphtali, all of them, you know what I'm saying, shall gather unto Moses. You know, they will find Moses and they, you know what I'm saying, a council. Think about it like that. Moses is calling a council. All right. And when you blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east part shall go forward. You know what I'm saying? So when I blow this horn, when this horn blows, when this horn blares, this is what y'all gonna go. And then this horn blares, and then y'all gonna go. And then this horn blares, and then y'all gonna go. When the congregation, verse 7, right? Ye shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm. Verse 8, and the sons of Aaron the priest shall blow with the trumpets, and they shall be to you for an ordinance forever throughout your generations. You know what I'm saying? What is that horn today? Tell me the translation for horn. You know what I'm saying? Or trumpet. It's, you know, give it a little bit. All right. A shofar right here. So say it's me and another brother up here. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is 2 horns. There's 2 horns made out of silver, right? One horn blare. The captains of the children are gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Or both horn blare, and everybody shall assemble to the door of the congregation. But then if one of them blare with an alarm, you know what I'm saying? That else don't make for that, right? But then you sound the alarm. You know what I'm saying? I blow the horn, but I don't sound the alarm, right? Then I blow it and I sound the alarm. Then the camps on the east side shall go. Then the camps on the west. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go more into detail, but for, you know, that's the end of the verse. You know what I'm saying? That's the end of the lesson, right? With that being said, man, we finna end the class. All right. One sec. So with that being said, I'm gonna say the water to everybody that tuned in, the water to everybody that rocked out with me. You know what I'm saying, keep tuning in, man. Again, the Passover is coming up, man. One of the Lord's most glorious event out of the year, man, where you get to glorify the name of the Lord by showing up in, you know what I'm saying, trying to outrace everybody, you know what I'm saying, with your garment, you know what I'm saying, trying to look the flyest, you know what I'm saying, but still being humble with it though. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna pull up with a fly garment, you're gonna see a brother with a garment that look better than yours, you know what I'm saying? But y'all just gonna fly together. You know what I'm saying, we're sisters showing up in beautiful dresses. The dress that sisters wear every year never ceases to amaze me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, puts on the best of the best at the Passover, man. And it only shows, and it shows that only the children of Israel, or only the blacks, natives, and Hispanics could be the true children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Because who doing it like us, man? All them fake Israelite groups that be wearing the same garment, that's trash, bro. It's so horrible. You know what I'm saying? Not like that, I'm trying to, you know, personal attacks, I like it. But it don't look right. You know what I'm saying? It don't look right. You know what I'm saying? The garments, the dresses, the lamb. Oh my gosh, if it's gonna be a first Passover, I ain't gonna lie. Probably the highlight of the Passover, you know what I'm saying? Besides the fact you can see all the brothers that you get to see on Facebook, you get to meet Captain Tazariak, you know what I'm saying, all the generals. Yes, they're real people. They're not just, you know, celebrities within the nation. You know what I'm saying? These are real people, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get to meet them, take pictures with them, you know what I'm saying, salute them, you know what I'm saying, all that. These are real people, but the highlight to me, for me, the Passover, man, is that lamb. You know what I'm saying? That lamb is always cooked to perfection every year. The lamb, the unleavened bread with the honey drizzled on top with the earth. Man, come on now. You gotta be there. You know what I'm saying? Be there or be square. You know what I'm saying? It's not even be there or just be there, man. If you're a black, native, and Hispanic, man, and Commander Junior Hana has invited all y'all to the Passover. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is one thing. All you gotta do is a couple things, man. You gotta pay a Passover fee and show up. If you're a black, native, Hispanic, man, pay a Passover fee and show up, man. Come see what it's truly like to serve God, man. With that, man, we're gonna close out the class. With that being said, I might just me up here, right? All right. Liar Allah, which means two or four Israel. All right. Going with the prayers once again. All right, might do 1.9 Hakadam, which means rise, stand, face to east. We're going over the prayers in Hebrew and English. Close out the class. Beginning with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakutka, Tabaa, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Nakam, Ka, Yawam, Basalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Wala'a, Tabayaynawa, Banasayawan, Abba, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, Walamyam, Mun. Lord, prayer in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Amen. This is the Hakak, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ukushah, Lanawa, Hakak, Rapa'ah, Kal Makala, Kal Manawa, Hakak, Atahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Laquayim, Hamathiam, Hakak, Arakawa, the Tama'ala, Garshan, Shemi Yahushai, the Wada Amun. The Hakak, the power in the English, Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. This is Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'ala, Wahabayath, Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Wada Ahmad. What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ashah, Ayanya, Haharyam, Ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'im, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'aratza, Ayathan, Nawat, Ragaka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hanala'a, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yashra'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Zazaka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarach, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamar, Makal, Rai, Yashamar, Atnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaathka, Wabawaaka, Mayatha, Ba'id, Abulam. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. The book of Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Dami Alakah, Arash, Al Tashakwat, Al Kayhana, Ayawabika, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Alaimaka, Yarawamua, Sawada, Wayata, Yaitazawa, Altazapawanika, Amarwa, Nakawa, Wanakakidim, Mwaya, Wala, Yazakar, Shamyashakala, Agwada, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Aba, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Ayath, Yakawathwa, Ahahaya, Adawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Moaba, Mahagarium, Gabal, Waimawan, Waimalak, Patashath, Amyashabia, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Ayawa, Zarawai, Labunya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sarah, Kayabian, Banakal, Wayashwan, Nishamawa, Bayan, Da'ara, Hayawa, Naman, Ladama, Shaithamwa, Nada, Yamawa, Kaibab, Wakazabah, Wakazalmanai, Kal Nasiyakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Aya Rasha, Nanawa, Ath, Naawath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shaithamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapunya, Rawaka'a, Ka'ash, Tabaira, Yaira, Kalaba, Talahat, Habaryam, Kun, Dardatma, Basairika, Wabasa, Papathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Bunyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka, Yahawah, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Adiaid, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya Ata, Shemka, Yahawah, Labaka, Aywan, Alka, Ha'aradza. Psalm 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up a head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also was joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zaib, yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Zalmunna, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a whale As the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, as the flames set their mouths on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. These are blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Mayaka'ala, Wa Alahayim, Tazab Ya'ah, Alawap Yahana, Ha'alawapium, Hasaranyam, Hakatazayanyam, Hakahayoyam, Wahakwathyan, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water among. The blessings in English, bless you Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. These are the curses. So like, repeat after me. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment, and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishments, and destruction to the heathen that shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel, that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek's synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any black people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushai, thank you always, so be it. This concludes the service. This concludes the service. That salute to brothers and sisters. They're Almightyum, stand. Baruch Shabbat, Almightyum, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Barakathum, Yahweh Shamar Elathan Ba'ashim Yahushai. That Islam is